Hello, affordable housing prayer walkers. Pastor Gordon Wiersma from Hope Church here again, and I'm standing by Washington School, right at the T where 11th Street and Maple Avenue intersect. Some of you have probably, like me, been around Holland long enough to remember what this area used to look like. It was a grade school, Washington School grade school. There was a playground and a small field here. Maybe some of you even attended school here. When the Highland School District restructured and decided to sell this space for development, you can look around and see how it turned out here. The old school building renovated into some beautiful condos and a lot of very lovely modern houses quite efficiently fit into the rest of the space. It is lovely, and we have some Hope Church folks sprinkled in here. Perhaps there are some Methodists who live here too. What I want to ask you to consider as you look around and take this in is to agree that it is lovely, but to question if this was the only way to redevelop this area. Because what you will often hear is that how this ended up was inevitable, because this is simply what the free market supported and what the market demanded. But we need to bring a faithfully suspicious ear to such assertions. What is spoken of as a free market is actually built on all sorts of zoning and tax policies that could be done very differently. What is spoken of as demand is actually listening to some voices and not to others. And on a much deeper and broader level, assertions of free market and demand ignore generations of policies that have given capital and privilege to some and not to others. This area could have been developed into much less expensive housing, and that would have required changes in funding and policy. But don't let people tell you that things like subsidies and new zoning go against the free market. That's not true. Policies for affordable housing are steps to correct an unfair market, an unequal market, to address historical injustice, to listen to the demand that people need quality, affordable places to live. So look around and appreciate that this is lovely, but not inevitable. And imagine that there are different kinds of lovely that could also be here, or that we could also create in our communities, if as faithful citizens we give voice to a different vision for housing in our community.